It is Friday, May 29th, 2026. It's roughly 9:53 p.m. So Enotra, I played this, like the demo before it was ever released, and I just was kind of not impressed with it, so I didn't get it. And then now that I've been through like the old Dark Souls and things, I'm like, as long as the combat's smooth and I can just mesh with it, it'll be fine. Well, lo and behold, about a week, 2 weeks ago, this was downloadable from PlayStation Plus. So we're gonna give it a go. What is Souls-like mode? What is that?
In the beginning, there was silence. Then came the first note. A primordial sound with no one to hear. Music birthed itself as a mirror of
While this
reality.
plays, I'll get situated
And so
over here.
Music created men to listen to itself. In turn, they invented the arts to celebrate the mysteries of creation. They gave life to their own gods and legends. The gods, as flawed as their creators, fell victim to the darker impulses inherent in mankind. Humanity climbed atop a mountain made of fallen gods and declared itself the peak. A rebellious few discovered the power of the arts to shape reality according to their will. Pulcinella, the minstrel of change. Alecchino, the king of theater. Captain Spaventa, the son of Meridiana. Pantalone, the merchant of destinies.
There's the boss fights.
Balanzoni, the herald of knowledge. Columbina, the saint of the stage. The authors drafted the Canovaccio, a script where the stage was the very world. It narrates the perfect world they envisioned, altering reality forever. And thus, the Canovaccio gripped the world and its creatures in eternal stagnation, trapping all behind a mask and its eternal role. In a world of masks, only one without a role can choose their destiny and free this world from stagnation.
I'm just hoping that they have the bugs cleaned up. Yeah, man, the parry timing feels good, and yeah, we'll play it out. Let me see when it released again.
The tree of change bears fruits.
September 19, 2024. So, I mean, we're roughly, it's just about June. Yeah, it's almost 2 years.
Is set.
Alright, so here we go. That's parry. Jump. Roll. Target lock. Is there a jump attack? Yes, there is. Okay, so their health bar's on top, but they have a little blue bar. You see that? That must be their stance. See how it got some blue? And it was empty, so that maybe you fill that and you stance break them. Let me try to parry one of them. No, I need you to swing, dude. I don't think they will. Alright, here's parry. Come on, I need you to swing. Alright. Alright, the maskless one can weaken the Kanakawa script, if that's right, on all manner of things. Frightening hostile beings causes them to build their unwavering meter. Okay, so it's, unraveling meter, my bad. It's small. When filled, they will temporarily exposed to a finishing strike. Okay, so that blue bar underneath, once that fills, it'll open them up for crit. So yeah, it's essentially stance break. Okay. Swing the sword, dude, so I can parry you. Do it again. Yeah, look at this blue. Come on, one more swing, bud. I'm done. I'm done. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Let's parry it up. Give me that sword, too. Swing that thing, dude. Alright. Our door awakened. When the maskless one finishes off an unraveled enemy, they briefly enter the awakened state. While awakened, the maskless one gains a variety of positive effects that depend on the mask that they are currently wearing. Okay, so when we trigger the awakened state, depending on the mask we have on, will turn into what we get for, like, special abilities momentarily. Come on, swing that thing. Got the Morning Star? Get it parried. Yep, get it parried again. Yep, and now you're getting crit. Yeah, and my advice to anybody that gets into Souls games for the first time, don't run from parry. Because there's nothing more satisfying either than when you start parrying stuff. So if you're new to these types of games, say you started Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Demon Souls or Bloodborne or this, don't not parry, because it's the best. And what happens is you're new and stuff, and then like in Elden Ring, you whiff a parry or two, and you get dealt with, you die. Use triangle the Armona Amber to restore health. Okay. So our flasks are down there. We had 5. Yeah, and the thing with all games is you need to figure out the specifics of the mechanics they have, and you need to utilize them, and it makes the game so much more enjoyable. When you try to dismiss like certain things that go with the game, like Sekiro with the parry and stuff, it just makes it a nightmare. Like, That's a different... That game requires you to parry. It's a little different. And just like in Lies of P, the perfect guard, you want to be perfect guarding. You can get through that game without it, but like Sekiro, no. Get parried. Hang on. Get parried. Get parried, dude. 1, 2, 3. It's so satisfying. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta move the box. Hang on. I don't really want it there either. I need all 4 corners. Resting spots that restore health. Reality knots. Okay. That felt pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's anything other that... Alright, here we go. Open the loadouts menu to change your equipment. So we got loadouts and we got Path of Innovators. Alright, so here's our gear. Press R2 to navigate to loadout 2. Press X to open the masks. And we have Mask of Change. Okay, press X to open your weapons. Stage Greatsword. Yeah, the other one's the longsword. Open your parry gems. Hardened stone. Unpolished gem. To open your lines inventory. Drunken sword. Summon an Endure sword imbued with the power of Vis and perform a powerful heavy attack. Hang on, I'm in the way everywhere. To perform a powerful heavy attack. Changing speed. Is that presto? Tools, cobblestone. Quietly, simply a piece of rock can be tossed at enemies. Okay, so to throw. Press O to return to the reality knot. Open the Path of Innovators menu to acquire perks through inspiration. Okay, now we're in our skill tree. Gratia path. Upon... Is that casing or casting? The mask line equipped in slot 1. Your weapon is briefly infused with Gratia. You're gonna have to... I think this game's like uses a lot of French words, something like that, so it's gonna be... Preparedness. Dodging an attack causes the attacker to be slightly unraveled. So will that build a little blue, or is that just you have to accumulate damage and parry to get that stance break? Open the loadouts menu to change your equipment. Press X to open your mask's perks inventory. Okay, press X to equip the Gratia path. So open your mass inventory. Preparedness, yeah, and that was the dodge. The aspect of soldier. It gives us alterations, bruiser, +5. So we got bruiser, assassin, elementalist, trickster, and battle mage. Well, why don't we swap over? Alright, here we go. The Maskless one has up to 3 loadouts at their disposal, in which all kinds of equipment can be set while at a resting point. While exploring, only weapons, gems, and consumables can be changed. Changing the active loadout can be done at any moment. Double pressing the swap input allows you to quickly select the loadout that is currently farthest in the pick order. So we can make 3 loadouts and swap in between those 3 at any time, but to change any of the 3, we need to be here. Yeah, he's got the Morning Star. This is the Parry gem slot. No, we want him to be 3 different dudes. So it starts you with 3 different loadouts. This dude must have magic. A battle mage. Where's the... No, he's an elementalist. He's got the halberd and the mace. He's the bruiser. And this dude. It's kind of nothing for now. You can't put them... Can you put them on the same thing? Yeah, you can. You can use things more than once. Alright, this is just to teleport you back. Alright, your status, power, and damage dealt by finishing attacks are increased. I like that. Let me see if we can reset our points. I don't see a reset. I'm sure it's so, and I bring that up because if there's not a reset, you know, like a respec until halfway through the game or the end, then I need to look through these longer and figure out where I'm gonna go. Because if I can't put and pull, then I'm not. Because I want this one already right here. It's gonna increase the damage dealt by our critical attacks, and I'm gonna be parrying, so we're gonna get stance breaks and crit attacks. Yeah, this might be a slow part. Because, alright, so it looks like there's four ways. Is this the elementalist one? Because he has the... battle mage, yeah. So, this is the battle mage. This is the bruiser. the Trickster, and the Elementalist. So where's the Assassin one? We need to focus on, I'm going to say Strength, the Bruiser. And I think for the sake of like showcasing the game, I'm going to try to do the best I can to play with variety. I want to use the Trickster and the Battle Mage too. And again, this was the Trickster. Hang on. Let me see something. We have... This dude's nothing yet. So they gave us essentially a Bruiser and an Elementalist. He is just 10 across the board. For requirements, wait a minute. Yes, that's right. So we have a Bruiser and we have a Trickster. And then this dude's nothing yet. So if we're in this, we want to focus Bruiser and Trickster. Upon dealing damage, your stamina regeneration is briefly increased. That's stamina regen's always worthy. So my thing is, with this skill tree, do these only apply to said dude? I think it's probably going to be what it is. So like when we're using the Trickster, whatever points I have in here, in like upgrades, they'll only go for him. Yeah, these are good for strength too. Man, that costs 40. We have 13. 20, yeah, it gets expensive. As it should. These two in Trickster are good, man. Increase your status power and the damage dealt by finishing attacks are increased. It's literally stands for getting your crits in, man. In stamina regen, you get it to trigger every time you deal damage. So essentially, it's always going to be triggering. I'm gonna... Alright, now let me see. Yeah, I can't pull points. When your stamina is above a certain threshold, your physical stats and elemental power are slightly increased. I'm not as concerned about getting that. Alright, I'm gonna get out now, because I don't want to... Okay, now wait a minute. So our main dude... I think... So we have a Bruiser and we have an Elementalist. Or do we have a Trickster? Hang on, man. I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I'm picking right. I know the Bruiser's the right one, but what is he? He's the Elementalist. There's not a tree for Assassin. So we probably don't want to do that. You know what I mean? There's no tree for this. So I should make this primary dude probably a Trickster or a Battle Mage. I'd rather just make him Strength. I mean, Assassin does attack power too, man. It's not that big a deal. Maybe I'll just make this dude like really balanced. So let's give him a little bit of health. Give him some more attack power. I'm not too worried about that right per se, right off the rip, because it doesn't affect any of the core stats. And we already have an elementalist. Even though, you know, like I said, I'm going to try to maybe make him balanced. But, yeah, no. I was okay with doing this because it affects 2 core stats. Health and defense. Defense. Stamina, pouch size, and door power. Okay, so mask loadouts, we just did that, didn't we? The 3 loadouts, in which all kinds of equipment can be set while at the resting spot. While exploring, only weapons, gems, and consumables can be changed. That's fine. Changing the active loadout can be done at any moment. Double pressing the swap input allows you to quickly select the loadout. Okay. Give me a minute. I gotta get my box out of the way. Okay, so loadout switch. Swap, active loadout. Alright, how do we do that? I'm not sure. What swaps it, man? Let me see if it has swap mode in the controls. Here we go. Heal, yeah, is triangle. Switch loadout is down on the D-pad. Hold L2 and press R1 to use a Dory burst. Okay, so when I hold L2, I got a triangle and a circle that have filled in slots. We'll look into that, but Andor burst, Ardor. Yeah, I said Andor. There's no N. It's ARD, Ardor, Ardor burst. Okay. Okay, they all have that. So what's triangle in that? This is the thing, Drunken Sword. I can't change it. Summon an Ardor sword imbued with the power of this. I'll use it on an enemy. Hang on. This is the Bruiser. I mean, for the record, I'm a strength, and then after it melee, man, you know. Mage is my last choice because I like to play melee. So we'll see. All right, mask lines. Here you go. So mask lines are powerful Adore abilities. In order to use them, the maskless one needs to land attacks on their enemies, which gradually charges them up. Alright, this enemy has innate Fatuo defense. So what is that? Fire defense? Okay. The masks them immune to Fatuo damage, but vulnerable to Gratia. Try infusing your weapons with Gratia and using Gratia lines to deal increased damage. Okay, so where do I see that logo when I pick? Okay, so is he not immune to that dude? What about this? Okay, I don't have those moves yet. Okay, he's... Hold L2 and press triangle, or O. Okay, they build up over there. I see them. You can't stance break him though. He don't build it. Okay, so I need to be able to see the icons for the masks. I mean, I guess if you start hitting and you're not doing damage, you need to swap whatever loadout you're using, because he may be immune to it. So you better not take 3 of the same. Because the first dude, when I hit him a couple times, he literally he's immune. He takes no damage. So if you run around with, like, 3 of the same, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Alright, physical defense and elemental defense. Mitigate different types of damage. Always take note of the weapon wielded by the enemy, as it will reveal which type of elemental damage the enemy will inflict. Which he was fire, wasn't he? Okay, so he's going to be immune to this one. Oh no, he's not. Wow, he's super weak. He doesn't have the thing though. He's got like a red sword. Come on, I just want to parry you, dude. Swing that thing, bro. What is that? Chaos? Confusion? I'm pissed I missed the parry on him. Come on, dude. Okay, it's dizzy. So, when an enemy is afflicted with dizzy, all the damage they deal is increased. However, the enemy will also take more damage in return. Try to use powerful attacks to quickly finish them off, and try not to get hit. Okay, so when he has the element infliction ability of dizzy, but apparently he can become dizzy, and then that makes the damage he deals increased. That's different. We'll see that. I already like the... Oh, it just picks up the loot. I liked the concepts with the masks. The primal elements. This inflicts dizzy, which increases damage dealt as well as stamina regeneration at the cost of lowered defense. When afflicted with dizzy, all the damage you deal is increased alongside with your stamina regen. However, all your defense are reduced. It takes great skill to take full advantage of this status. Yeah, they start you with 5 heals. I need to know with this Path of Innovators if... Yeah. Hang on, let me just... In Enotria, The Last Dance, in Path of Innovators, when you're selecting things for your skill tree, are the upgrades you choose only specific to that class? No, the passive upgrades and perks you choose in the Path of Innovator skill tree are not specific to any one class. Once unlocked, these passive perks can be freely slotted into any mask or loadout, allowing you to mix, match, and customize your build however you see fit. You don't have to match your unlocked perks with your current mask or class role. Okay, that's nice. You can equip up to 6 passive perks per loadout. So I need to go equip these. So where do I... Oh, those down there. Those are the 6. Yeah. Okay, so he can have those. Put that on. There's that Fatuo damage. Okay. So yeah, we can put the stuff anywhere. So why is it telling you where to cast them into which slot? I'm realizing that. So they all have the first sentence. Upon casting the mask line equipped in slot 4, your weapon is briefly infused. You must have to put these in those slots to get them to work. Because this one says when equipped in slot 2. That one doesn't specify. That one doesn't specify. Slot 1, slot 3. So that I would imagine it's like that because they want to. So do I have any in the wrong slots? Which one is this? Critia Path. Slot 1. Yeah, see this? Slot 3 it says. This can be anywhere. So Fatuo Path needs to be in slot 3. Okay. Which one are we missing? 3 greens, a purple, this one. What? It takes... Oh, because this is a different thing. Yeah, that has to be in slot 1. Okay. Shrunken sword. Okay, this will make him a set thing. Here we go. So we can give him +5 somewhere. We can just say assassin. Is there no weight, encumbrance load, or anything? I can't do his... Oh, he doesn't wear one. It must be. Yeah, it won't let me go to these slots because he's maskless. Maybe that changes at some point. Yeah, I mean, alright, hang on. Let me see. Okay, up is the switch. There's the great sword. Okay. Is there anything? There's a couple paths. Let's play back first. I almost might be wrapping it up. The parry feels good, I'm not gonna lie. And that... I mean, the movement... It's okay. It doesn't feel bad. I would have already felt it, you know what I mean? Because it's so frustrating when, like, it's not synced right, and... There's a sniper up there.
Of oblivion. Now I celebrate death.
So, remember, you always get the sniper. Alright, Gratia inflicts radiant, causing one to recover health over time. However, taking damage while afflicted triggers a powerful explosion. Oh, he has innate Vis defense. This makes him immune to Vis damage, but vulnerable to Fatuo. So Vis is the maskless one. Hang on, dude. Don't kill me. Kind of sloppy, to be honest. I can't snipe him. Oh. So who's he immune to? Not the bruiser. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Can do Sopranos. Yeah, I'm about to turn it off. Yeah, so they're immune to Vis. The trophy over the head is Vis. I'm gonna probably wrap it up. I'm kind of tired and I don't feel very good. Let me get to one of the tied knots or whatever it is. There it is. Cool. Alright, yeah, we'll pick back up here tomorrow. I mean, it feels okay so far, honestly. And I like this concept with the masks. And I want to try to make sure we're switching to the right ones and have some variety and stuff. Oh, see? When you go to the fire at whatever mask you have on, dude, you can level him up. That's why you can get so many points, because you got 3 people to level. Oh wait, these are all my same stats. Oh no, and I can't pull it out. That's okay. Where's stamina? Alright. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight, so we'll put it on tomorrow. See ya.